Hello, folks. It's your boy Rickzilla here. And today, I just thought of wanting to do this next installment of the Hambeast Chronicles. I told you I was going to do one on Shanny's parents, let alone the video that Shanny's parents made as a response to all the allegations that the Hambeast has thrown at them. So, in retrospect, I guess we can all talk about how horrible and cruel these monsters are. According to Shanny. I mean, the people that let her live with them for approximately a year after she and Chris split up. And I know that Shanny's mom, Betty McGraw, said a lot of stuff in her video addressed to Chris in regards of Shanny's mentality as well as her unwillingness to be a better person, as well as the accusations that she has thrown at people. You can paint a bigger picture, or you can paint Shanny in a much broader approach. Okay, my words are sorry. I'm doing this at 8:30 at night on no sleep, and I just want to get this shit over with. So without further ado, because I suck at introductions, as you may know, I'm going to play the video that Shanny's parents made in regards of their Hambeast of a daughter. Nope. We could go out this all night. But let mom and dad tell you.
I'd like to point this towards Shannon for Christ, or Shanny for Christ, as most of you know. I just want you to know that things need to get set straight. There's a lot of things that she's reporting not true. There's absolutely no reason in the world for her to attack her parents, or her mother especially, like she does. That woman has been sick for a long time, physically, not mentally. She's sharp as a tack. I love this woman greatly. She has done nothing wrong to this.
The only crime Betty has committed was, of course, enabling Shanny when she was living with them. I mean, yeah, she's her daughter and all, but she's also a grown woman. And again, my heart breaks for the parents. I mean, they didn't deserve to go through that that mess. Then again, this is Shanny we're talking about. Of course, things are gonna be a bit hectic, especially when it comes to Shanny's MO and her habit of lying and lying about her lies. You would get the picture once you know. And I know I only have one viewer in this stream. I mean, yes, most of the times my streams barely get any viewers. Hell, they don't even get viewers at all. It's because maybe it's because of the name change. That's why I changed it back to Rickzilla, so that people will finally get back to me, because this shit is getting really, really annoying. And I need more support. If I want to keep doing these videos, I gotta get the support in, get more followers, and attract more people. I gotta put in the work, put in the effort. If not now, when? I digress.
I don't understand why she's been acting like this, except that she's been doing it for the past 20 years plus. She's given me a great deal of grief.
20 years.
The truth of the matter is she's nuts.
No shit.
I really do not understand why she attacks people after they help her so much. This is something that she's done repeatedly to a lot of you people too.
Be patient. You will get there. Thank you, Artfully Corgi. Thanks for the motivation. Thanks, Artful Corgi. Thanks for the motivation. And this is true in the least. Shanny has attacked a lot of people on the internet, and she still does that, even though right now she just wants to be left alone. I mean, again, she craves the attention. And again, my heart breaks for these parents. Thank you for the kind words, Corgi. I mean, soon we'll be ready. But for now, I'll keep doing this shit. And also, I want to thank, and speaking of which, I also want to thank Dragnot for sending me the link to this video. I've been wanting to do a live review / reaction to the parents video, the one where Shanny's mom and dad come clean about their daughter. And this was by far one of the ideas I wanted to implement into my series, because if you guys want me to, if my minuscule amount of subscribers want to see me continue on this series, let me know. And I'll continue to do this series, because this is basically as much revenue I might get. I mean, well, in viewership, because these videos are very interesting to make, even though it's just my opinion on Shanny's whereabouts and how she's a very terrible person, even though she doesn't want to admit it. But she is terrible.
I mean, she will attack anybody that says nice things about her, does things for her, and she'll turn around and stab her.
That's true.
Sorry. First of all, hello everybody. This is my first live stream. I've never done a live stream before. I'm going to test it, the live stream thing now.
in case you guys are wondering, I mean, well, I'm pretty sure everybody who's been a subscriber to Dragnot really probably knows about the whole shtick regarding Shanny's hatred for any authoritarian figure. Shanny's been arrested more than once. Am I in the ballpark, Corgi? Shanny's been arrested more than once. And this wasn't the first time the police have been called on Shanny. But the next video that I'll be doing for the next installment of the Hambeast Chronicles will be the one where, well, the one addressing Rev. I think my next one will be about the Baja Blast beatdown, I think.
Yeah, he had to take off work lots of times because of her antics from back when that murder and whatnot. But you know, Shannon's gonna say stuff no matter what. She does have a borderline personality disorder, and I have
That's true.
I've closed my
She does
doors
have
down, because she had trolls that were bothering me. He knows because I said, "Oh, I'm not doing this. I can't take this anymore." And there's a lot of people like in the community, great debate community, that I absolutely have a lot of respect for and have been very supportive during this time when Shannon does nothing but attack her family. Mostly me. I gotta admit it. But I'm trying to take this where I'm not, blubbering or crying about it or anything, because I have to remember that she does have a mental illness, and a lot of the behavior and the characteristics that she has are characteristic of borderline personality disorder.
And that's an interesting thing. I mean, earlier this morning, I had a conversation with Faith Aucoin on Instagram Direct Messenger. We were in like a video call together. Both of us were. Even though the video call was a bit short, she was talking about how, of course, her problems are real. However, most people won't acknowledge that because they see people like the Geek Room won't acknowledge that fact that Faith's Faith's problems are real. But when they see Shanny, they would try to rope in people who are exactly the same. They would try to like rope Faith in with Shanny. I mean, some people would do that. It kind of correlates with the whole concept of Shanny's egotism. Shanny's egotism is a very dangerous thing. One of her very dangerous personality traits, which will lead to someone. It's basically similar to the whole mantra of quote unquote, the whole concept of kick the retarded, kick the mentally unstable. It'll lead to someone to play kick the autism in real life. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And the fact that Faith came forth with this personal stuff is really detrimental to what Shanny does in her conquest to want to garner sympathy from other people. I mean, this is very dangerous, even for people like this. To use mental illness, to use depression, suicidal ideation, and personal issues with the law as a way to garner sympathy it's gonna affect other people with similar problems. Like, again, it's gonna lead to someone to kick the autism in real life. And that is a scary thing to think of, to say.
I was originally going to have this live stream. Originally, I was going to do it Saturday night. I let a couple people know. Of course, they didn't answer me back on it, and I don't blame them.
I was going to do this live stream on Thursday, but thanks to Drag for sending me the link, I decided to do it right now.
Presenting herself online, for lack of a better way to say it. Recently, I had to step away from her. I had to step away from people on YouTube that knew her, and listening to how they're trying to figure out why she's the way she is and why she keeps lying and why, she says the things that she does and always stirring up trouble. She likes to attract negative attention. And
that's a fact.
Videos not to give her negative attention. It's because she addresses these things about her mother, but she forgets that her father was here during the time that she lived here. And especially that last thing that she keeps talking about over and over again.
And that's an interesting thing. When Shanny was living with her parents after she got divorced, after Chris divorced her, you remember the video, Corgi, do you remember the video where Shanny was in the backyard crying about Chris and how she was going to drink her, where she was talking about her suicidal ideations after her divorce? And then she cried about how, I want my Adam. I want my David. And then in a few hours in the video, Shanny's mom came in and tried to cheer her up, say, "Don't think that way." And then she was like, "I love you, Mom." And then when her dad came out, she's like, "I love you, Daddy." And this is coming from the same woman, Shanny, Shanny for Christ, who would berate her mother and accuse her of abusing her, of abuse. Right? Am I in the ballpark here? I mean, her mother did all this nice things to her, and she acknowledges it 1 minute, and then the next, after they kicked her out, she would lambast her parents, her mother, and say that she was a horrible human being. Yes, exactly.
Anyway, what I want to do is I want to have Joe take a look at the video.
Joe. Joe's the name of her father.
What she made today and what she said. This is the first time he's ever seen one of her videos in its entirety. So, I'm so sorry.
Oh, you won't. You'll probably laugh. I get angry every time I. Every time I watch Shanny's videos, I get miffed. I admit, I get PO'd every time Shanny opens her mouth. Same thing with G-Man. But that was just one time I did a stream on G-Man. And it wasn't the recent shit, but some of the shit that G-Man has said. I mean, some of them would not be far from the truth. Actually, some of them are far from the truth because we all know that G-Man is a liar, right, Corgi? And the fact that G-Man is so stupid to want to sue Google because a bunch of people were calling him G slave. It's ridiculous. Right? Bark if you bark if you agree. I'm sorry, I'm just kidding.
She wants to smoke.
Smoke weed. Toke up, girl.
She called me last
Toke up.
If you remember, because I went to the dollar store.
Hypocrisy at its finest.
And I'm not materialistic. I'm actually like this little pumpkin who, grows her own food, and a lot of the things that I have are second hand. And it's not just me. I mean, that's just how we choose to live.
Before she decided to leave the internet, Betty McGraw, Shanny's mother, had like a YouTube channel where she did gardening videos, I think. Because that's usually her YouTube handle, was doing gardening videos. And yes, I would see that she grows her own food. But Shanny wouldn't know that since she usually eats nothing but DoorDash. I agree. Shanny loves to manipulate her parents, but they are not stupid. I agree with that, Corgi. I agree. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Shanny make up that whole shtick that Betty was going to sell her daughter to Jeffrey Epstein? Am I correct? Did she say that that Betty was supposed to sell Shanny to Jeffrey Epstein when she was younger? I don't know I don't know the phrasing behind that, but that story sounds ridiculous to me. I don't know the wording behind it, but she said something about her mom. Shanny said something about her mom. Said that her mom should have sent her to Jeffrey Epstein or something like that. And said she wouldn't let... Yeah, Shanny did make that up. I remember. She also made up the story that her mom didn't let her marry Donald Trump. Right? Yeah, exactly. You can make me intern. Yeesh. Oh. At least Betty says... At least I can give Betty some credit. At least she can say her G's, right? Oh, yeah. And that was back... And that... Yeah. Shanny stopped being a Trump supporter after the whole tear gas about the whole riots, right? She despises Trump now. and compares him to the Satan. The Satan. She compares Trump to the Satan. And I don't mean Lucifer, but the Satan from Doctor Who.
Try to stay strong for each other. We're just hanging in here, you know. I mean, the last thing I want to do, I don't have any problem. I'm gonna be united on this, right? We don't have any problem with our other kids.
No.
We have a very happy family. We have grandchildren. We're actually going to be all together in November.
Except for Shannon.
Yeah. And really, honestly, when we do get together as a family,
And that is a truth. Shanny's siblings, her older siblings, live a pretty decent life. And I am going to assume, this is just my theory. This is just my theory. This is just me. This is just my point of view. But I'm going to assume that Shanny's family, her immediate family, may have disowned her due to her violent outbursts and vile lifestyle. Just let that think in. Let that sink in for a minute, my one and only viewer.
what she doesn't realize is that we all end up at some point always talking about her and how much it hurts not having her there and how much we miss her. You know, and we miss her. She left us before she left us physically. I mean, whatever her mental illness has done to her, and I don't want to use her mental illness always as an excuse because she does make choices for herself.
Bad choices.
She's had I know I get a lot of questions all the time from people on YouTube that, you know, watch her behavior. It's like, I know Christina Blackfeather. Several people have asked, you know, hasn't she gotten any therapy? And yeah, she's gotten therapy over the years. And many times the problem is our mental health system is so poor in this country that when you don't have health insurance, it's really expensive.
It's really not that great in this area.
And that is an interesting thing to say. Yes, the mental health system in our country is completely effed up at this moment. And people like myself who have mental deficiencies, we're basically regarded as a minority. Like, people who have severe mental disabilities are being outcasts in society. I mean, some are okay, some live decent lives, but the people like Shanny for Christ, like Revelation News, like Von Helton and G-Man, Chantel Marie, Amberlynn Reed, and all those other idiots, they're basically giving people like us a bad name, because every time one of us has any problems, we're basically roped in the same boat. You know, Corgi, I talked with do you remember Faith Aucoin? She used to be in the Geek Room's chat, but then she kind of went off the grid for a while. She reached out to me on Instagram direct messages in a video chat, and she does make an interesting point about the fact that just because people see Shanny acting so belligerent and waving around her mental illness to garner sympathy, it makes other people with the same problems look bad by default because they're associated with her. Don't worry about Faith. I mean, I would let her do her own thing. I mean, I don't want to bring her into all this crap. I mean, she has her own problems to deal with.
No, it's not that great in this area. We're really limited up here because we're so far
The area here
outdoors.
is big.
Yeah, we're definitely.
She had mental health issues here at social services was her. And it didn't help her. It didn't help her.
No, it didn't help her at all.
And I could totally agree with that, Corgi. This behavior, Shanny's horrid behavior and her egotism as a whole will lead to people playing kick the crazy person, kick the crazy, or kick. It's basically a broadened, I guess you could say a broadened version. It's basically an extended variation of kick the autism. It's basically like that. It's basically like the whole shtick about it will lead to people to play kick the autism in real life. The whole Shanny's mental illness, how she parades around her mental illness, is going to lead to people play kick the autism in real life. And Shanny's not even autistic, at least not that I know of.
She had lost her kids while she was here, and it's ironic because I noticed in her videos she's always trying to blame me for calling social services, but the person that called social services on her was her ex-husband's mother. She's the one that called, and my husband always said, "Why didn't you just call me at work? I could have calmed her down. You know, we could have taken care of this." That's my dog, sorry. Baby.
Molly. Let's not forget that Shanny has a cat of her own. Shanny has a cat. Even though I know this video is old. This video is very old. Well, by 2 years. But this was before the arrest video. Right, Corgi? This video came out before Shanny got arrested. Arrested. Yes. Yes. The kick the autism. Yes, that's basically what this is. Basically, that's another reason why I've been comparing her to Christian, is that her horrid behavior will lead to someone play kick the. I wouldn't use autism in this context. What other word would I use for the whole kick the to replace kick the autism? Kick the crazy? Kick the mentally unstable? Let me know, Corgi, on what words I could use in place of autism for Shanny. Kick the fibro. Kick the fibro. Kick the land whale.
Yeah, this is Molly.
She's kind of scruffy. She needs a
At least Betty's pet has a proper name, right? I mean, Shanny named her black cat Watermelon. A black cat named Watermelon. Yes! Kick the Mafabro. Kick the Mafabro. Oh, I'm going to pin this one up. Mafabro. Mafabro. Oh, fucking drag. God damn it, drag. Now I can't get that image out of my head of you with a pillow in your shirt. Drag, with your next GI Bill, I dare you to buy that Snorlax onesie and put a pillow in your in the inside and put a few pillows in there. And get your son or get your son Xavier or Mrs. Drag to film you yelling, Mafabro! While you're in the bathtub holding a bottle of Vagisil odor blocker. I want to see that. Mafabro! Mafabro!
Speaking of mental health situation, getting back to that, it costs a lot of money to go see someone. Sometimes they want to see you every week, sometimes they want to see you once a month. Once a month, the fees are so high. And when you're working at a minimum wage shower, like I'm not working at all, which she does most of the time. She really, since her first job, she's never had a job longer than just a few weeks. But that's also typical of borderline personality disorder. And
That's true.
like she'll get a job and then she'll be there for a few weeks. Something will happen. She's not going back. It's happened over and over. And I think that kind of
It's kind of sad.
And that's a serious thing about people with any personality disorder, whether it's borderline personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder, or even histrionic personality disorder, is that most of these people with personality disorders, mostly people with histrionic personality disorders, they won't keep a job for more than 2 weeks before quitting. And that could be the same thing with people with borderline personality disorder. Maybe it's because they're more conceited about themselves to the point where they think they're above being employable or something like that. Or they're just so enveloped in their own delusions that they don't want to partake in other conventional activities such as working or being around others. It's kind of crazy.
I imagine it has to be really hard on your, esteem. It's got to hurt when you're not wanting back in your job for some reason. And some of it is really unfair in this world. Your looks count for a lot, and that's unfortunate. But the thing is they see her in some of this outfits that she's wearing, like nail or Irish makeup and things like that.
Oh, on the videos, yeah. Social services out here was watching her when
And
her
you
kids
get
were taken away.
judged from that alone itself. So if you look kind of crazy, people are going to think you are.
Well, yeah, we all know Shanny is. Oh, Shanny is beyond crazy. She's batshit insane. She's mentally unhinged, beyond repair. And you can vouch for that, right, Corgi? That Shanny is mentally fucked beyond repair.
She's done some pretty nutty things to us.
Well, what I was going to finish saying is the mental health thing.
Hold on, I gotta be back.
Is they had her,
Bro.
she was diagnosed wrong. She was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. Originally, they diagnosed her as being bipolar. And a lot of times they can be bipolar along with borderline personality disorder. But the SSRIs, the antidepressants, and things like that actually make borderline worse.
Oh, you, Billy!
In her case, it's almost exactly what happened. She was
Fibro.
At that time, it was like 40 milligrams or something like that. I think. Don't quote me on it. But she was on a pretty hefty dose of it. Went to the Turkey hospitals. She had it. They see things in their mind. With borderline personality disorder. So she had it in her mind that Chris was cheating on her. This is before they got married. She was living with him at the time, with her boys, and she cut her wrists. And Chris's mother came over, and
We all know. Oh, we all remember that, right? Right, Corgi? That Shanny would cut her wrists. And that's the reason why Chris decided to hide every sharp instrument that she can get her grubby hands on. Because the boys have been walking in on her attempting suicide on more than one occasion. And Chris would have to like send him back inside and say, "It's okay, it's okay." I mean, yeah, Chris is a bit of an eccentric character too, but at least he has more decency than Rev would ever have because he's smarter than Rev. Hold on.
Happy Speedy.
The child is my niece. Actually, no, my nephew used to be the child before my niece. Look at that, Mom. It's Clouseau. That's the trailer. Look at him. Look at him. It's cute. Look at him. The way this is.
I'm R. Kelly and I approve this message. Bye, bro.
I like it when Drag likes to say that line. Shout out to CPS.
no, I was down in North Carolina. I was with
Shout out to Minnesota CPS.
because he was trying to get through college at the time. And I was helping him pay for his apartment and that kind of thing.
This is basically right after we got married. Before you moved on.
Right. So before I moved back up here, 'cause he moved up here because we used to live down in North Carolina, but Hope Air Force Base closed down. My husband's a veteran, by the way, and he still works
You guys remember Corgi? You remember that Shanny lied about being an army brat, right, Corgi?
Quite a while. But anyway, jumping around. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get my thoughts together. We kind of did this impromptu. I actually wasn't going to do. I wanted to do a live stream Saturday. Nobody took interest in it, so I kind of said, "Oh well, heck with it. I'll just maybe I should just." She hasn't talked about me in the last week or so, so I'm fine.
In case you don't recognize me, in case that anyone doesn't recognize me, maybe this avatar will jog your memory.
This is prompt. It really is.
I want you to hear what she says.
Corgi, this is the avatar I use in drag stream. This is the avatar I've been using in drag stream.
She's been in behavioral health for many
Along with this one.
He can tell you because he's the one who
Yeah, and this is the avatar I've used in the Geek Room stream.
go crazy and yelling and screaming and drinking
Corgi.
heavily and partying with their friends and then fighting with their friends. Who was that girl she got in that fight with and the cops were over?
Corgi, this is the avatar I used in the Geek Room stream.
I shouldn't laugh. I'm just this right now. It's my way of kind of coping.
And this is the avatar I use in drag stream.
So I'm stuffing my emotions.
In case you're wondering.
That's all I know how to do right now. Just
Yes, I was the one. I'm usually the one with the loud mic in most of those streams. And most of the times they tell me, dude, lower your mic. And I'm like, I don't know how.
she came here. It was really strange. I mean, I heard "Mama, Mama," and that's like the kind of voice she had when she was a little girl. Well, what does a mother do? The first thing a mother does is
Yeah, in both those streams, people had to like tell me that my mic is too loud. And I do agree. And I've been trying to like lower the mic, but I mean, yes, I have a bad habit of interjecting when people are talking. It's a bad habit of mine. And I'm still trying to work on trying to like be patient. Then again, it's mostly just people talking over each other. In case you're
it's my child. It's just automatic with mother, you know. And I'm like, Shannon, what's going on? I opened the door. She was barefoot. She just got out of jail because they didn't allow her to bathe or something. I don't know. Her feet were black, and she said she was.
Around the city.
She said, Chris left me. I just got out of jail. I don't know where my boys are. So I said, okay, come in the house. Her co-workers, when she was driving a taxi during that time when Chris cut his job back because he was going to go to school, so he was working.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that this was when that's true. And sometimes we need to upgrade our or try to alter our equipment, right, Corgi? I have to do what I can to like alter the settings on my mic. Thank God I'm getting another adapter for another microphone adapter for my computer, one that has like a volume control. I'm supposed to get one later on in the next week. That way I can actually lower my volume on my mic with just a simple press of a button. Because I kind of broke my last one. accidentally. I kind of sat on it. Or actually, no, I stepped on it accidentally. I stepped on my last adapter. Now I can finally get. I have to replace this one. The next thing I need to do is replace the boom on my mic so that it could filter out the loudness. That's what I'm thinking. I'm getting an upgrade.
I guess 20 hours a week at that time. When she told Chris that I fucking hate you, and this is after he supported her and her children on a just slightly over minimum wage job for about 7 years, since they had gotten married. He actually married her to help get her kids back, to make a united front to make it seem like she was stable and he was going to.
That was at the suggestion of Aaron's husband, who's a lawyer, and they thought.
Where was Shanny living at this time when her kids got taken away by CPS?
Just a couple of days before.
Actually, it wouldn't matter if they didn't get married. She still had that relationship with him. Marriage was just really a piece of paper.
It just looks official.
Yeah, we all had to get together as a family, even my kids that lived down in North Carolina.
And also, a lot of people keep saying that Shanny and Rev are not actually married. But some states have different loopholes in obtaining a marriage without, I don't know, a license. So technically they are legally married from where they're at.
And we had to have conference calls every week or something like that. Excuse me. And Miss I abused her whole life was designated as one of the people that would intervene when Shannon was having a problem. So this would never happen again. That's how it was said to me. So this never happens again. So was Chris's mother.
Of course. But if there's anyone who does remember where Shanny was living when she lost her kids, please let me know. Because I want to do the whole shout out thing. You know, like how the Geek Room always would say, shout out. You know how the Geek Room would always say, shout out to Kentucky CPS when mentioning Vaughn? I mean, Shanny and Rev, they live their life in Quickville, Japan. For all I know. Heavenville, Shannyville, Japan. While G-Man is living in her... While G-Man is living in his sister's basement. Yes. You heard me, folks. I mean, you heard me, Corgi. G-Man could be living in his sister's basement.
She was also appointed like a guardian over what was going on. I don't remember what they called it at the time. Forgive me. But so anyway, she had the kids taken away. Her mother-in-law called. What makes her think it wasn't her mother-in-law that called when she was in Pennsylvania and they decided to move back to Colorado? Or is that an excuse? Because Colorado is where they have free marijuana, illegal marijuana, and she.
Shout out to Japan CPS, folks. Folks, it's not a baby carrot. Folks, it's not a big carrot. Corgi, it's not a baby carrot. It's got floppage and slack.
She loves it. I mean, she definitely does.
Now she likes CBD.
One of the problems with borderline personality disorders is that they often have addiction and drug abuse and impulse
By the way, Corgi, remember that video where Shanny is like not having, where Shanny said that she smoked way too much weed, that she sharded herself and she didn't have a good 420? Remember that? She's like, I'm never smoking that much weed again. I did not have a good 420. Remember that, Corgi? She sharded herself.
Clearly, yes. And actually, when I was going to originally come on, I was going to, I think one of the, I think Doc Savage can probably vouch for this because I sent him an email about it. It's actually been very helpful to me, believe it or not. But,
Shout out to Doc Savage for helping Ben.
Show me the video.
Okay, I'm going to show the video, but oh, I had told Doc Savage that I was going to make this video, but I wanted to let y'all know from the
Y'all should know.
community to stop trolling her. Some people, now, I'm not saying all of you troll, but there are some people that troll her now and talk about her all the time openly on the internet, post pictures of and all that stuff. I mean, we all get frustrated when she.
Yeah, that's true. And there have been some people who like to troll Shanny just for the hell of it. Is that right, Corgi? I mean, we all know the Geek Room art. We all know the Geek Room are nothing but a bunch of damn dirty trolls, Corgi. Yeah, that's true. And the Geek Room is nothing but a bunch of damn dirty trolls, Corgi. Just kidding. But according to Vaughn, Shanny, G-Man, and Rev, the Geek Room are nothing but a bunch of damn dirty trolls. And they need to go to physical jail.
We all do, believe me. But it's not it's not working. It doesn't change her attitude.
Yeah, it makes her
It doesn't
worse.
change her mental illness. I know people are sincerely worried about her kids.
We are.
I don't
But
know.
right now,
Apparently someone I don't know why. I'm getting back to Chris's mother. Why does she think that maybe Chris's mother couldn't see the video and maybe she called social services? I don't know. I don't have the answers for all that, but it certainly wasn't you, Joe. We don't know where she lives. She let it slip out that she was in Colorado when she was on
If she's
Monday.
there.
If she is, she talks about the altitude and Estes Park, going up to Estes Park, which is fine.
hold on. I'm going to send a link to some people. Yeah, we are trolls in Shanny's eyes. We're all trolls in Shanny's eyes. Hell, Shanny's blocked almost every one of us in her live streams. And in G-Man's live streams. Ever since she got mod powers. We're not going to Boulder, Colorado. I mean, not Boulder. Japan, Colorado. Tokyo, Japan. Colorado, Japan. Shout out to Colorado, Japan, folks. We all trolls in Shanny's eyes. That's true, we are, Corgi.
Actually, hope you're in all
At least they show more affection towards each other than Shanny and Rev.
very sad I don't have a kid that I should have in my life because she doesn't really want to be part of our life anymore.
No shit.
She does, though. This is why she makes the videos that she does. But let's go ahead and let him watch the video. You can watch his response.
Mafabro!
Responses to
Mafabro!
Will it still be recording our face?
Okay,
yeah, we're recording live on here, so just can't see her.
hold on.
Yeah, don't fart.
Then you'd cry.
Then I would. Okay.
I love these guys.
It's called Proof She Lies. And here we go.
Proof she lies.
Yes.
Nice.
Out of the blue.
Out of the blue.
There she is.
Alex.
Being an alcoholic.
She's lying on the other side.
You're very wrong of me.
I only pray for you every single night. I mean, I could be not like super Christian, but why is it always me?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Why is it me? I mean, it shouldn't be you either, but why?
Rayman, if you want to leave a comment in the chat, I just sent you a link
What did Jesus
to
say?
StreamYard. If you want to leave a comment in the chat, let me know. I just sent the link in Discord. If anyone wants to come in the chat, I just sent a link in Discord in the Discord servers.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And we do happen to know the Ten Commandments.
That's how it goes here.
It's honor thy father and thy mother. Never meant that. She doesn't know anything.
And that's a truth, and that's true. Shanny knows nothing about the Bible, right, Corgi? Neither one of them, Shanny, G-Man, Rev, they know jack shit about the Bible, and they call themselves good Christians, right, Corgi? Or am I not? Or am I wrong for that? Am I wrong for calling them good Christians, Corgi?
She gave you life.
Okay, I'm gonna stop right here. I've never showed her anything. I've been abusive to her whole life. You wanna-
Oh, they had 4 kids?
Many times. And we're talking about a lot of her. I mean, she was a really great child.
She used to get the fights all the time in Black Mountain.
Yeah, when she was like that. That's when she was a teenager. That's when things really started going
That's when
south.
she started going down.
Yeah,
I mean, she made a belly button.
no. I think what happened was that
Well, it's one of the.
I think she started getting worse at that time. That's what it was. Because when she was younger, like little signs that I missed, like when the teacher pinched her on the chin, and the teacher punched her in the nose. We found out the teacher didn't punch her. She ran into his arm because he was telling he had his arms up, telling all the kids to stop, and she ran into his arm, and her nose was bleeding.
Yeah,
And of course, the first thing
we took the teacher's side, or we took her side on that.
we did. I mean, you're so it's going to change the. Oh, we're still. Okay.
I wouldn't consider them real Christians, Corgi.
So, things like this had occurred, and every time I would go to school, it's what's going on here. You know,
We'd always go to that.
my mom taught that all the time. Never had to do this.
I wouldn't consider either of them Christians.
Always something going on throughout my life.
Always to bat for her too, and it wasn't against her.
So I think we both really missed the signs of mental illness, but it was gradual. It just got worse and worse and worse over the years.
And it really got worse when she was a teenager. I mean, she got an infection because she pierced her belly button.
Yep, Shanny's the juiciest berry ever. Lol. Yeah. Speaking of juicy berry, Dragnot. If you come across this video, this archive stream, that shirt that you held up in your video, that shirt that Hannibal was complaining about, it makes the reason why people have a problem with the shirt is because it makes you look like a juicy berry, Dragnot. Dragnot. The problem with that shirt that you had on, the black and orange shirt, is because it makes you look like a juicy berry.
Well, that was just.
That's maybe. I mean, some people could say that's good stuff, but the thing is it's also self-harm.
She didn't cut herself back then. She wasn't as depressed. It was just kind of doing things to get negative attention.
And we all know that Shanny can't break the skin. We've seen I've seen, like what Strag said, I've seen cat scratches deeper than whatever welts in Shanny's arms are. Remember that stream that Shanny made where she's bitching at Christina Blackfeather and Mrs. Drag, where she's like, Drag made me cut myself. And she holds up her wrist to show the barely visible scratch marks. Remember that? Remember that, Corgi?
She hung around with the goth
And that
kids.
guy that had I have your soul in my bag.
Yeah, they like to hang around with kids that
Are fucked up as her?
magic and Satanism and all this other stuff.
Black arts.
Found that kind of intriguing.
Yeah, she's still doing that. She still does that to this day. She still hangs around with the weird kids. But they're weird adults. People like Rev, people like Von Helton, like G-Man, Veckel. You know the bunch.
That's the God's honest truth.
I mean, we weren't the greatest Christian parents.
We didn't go to
But we
church
did-
constantly, but the thing is,
We didn't believe in the church. We didn't believe in organized religion.
we believed in
I
Neither is Shanny. She's not an expert of the Bible. She just reads passages from Book of Revelations. Oh wait, no, Rev is the one that reads that shit.
As much as she does, but the thing is I think there's a difference between knowing what the Bible means and how it reacts to being able to memorize words quote like that.
But we know enough when you're a bullshit Christian.
I think you can
And Shanny is a bullshit Christian.
from that Bible twist. That's been done so many times.
It's true.
She does it 24/7.
Yeah, a lot of times in Shannon's case, that's exactly what she does. It's like G-Man. G-Man will go ahead and get down on Miss Star for cussing or something like that, or whatever it is. I don't know if she smokes or not. I don't know what all this is.
And speaking of G-Man, I'm pretty sure any fans of the Geek Room, if any fans of the Geek Room come into this stream, if they're assuming, depending on the time zone in your area, depending on what time zone you're at, I sent the link to the stream in the Discord in case you guys want to come in. Assuming if you live in a different time zone where you're at a few hours behind. We all remember tonight's stream on the Geek Room where G-Man was bitching out the fact that, yeah, he was receiving emails from someone named G-Slave on Gmail, and he wants to sue Google for defamation charges. G-Mac blocked me because I did not make a diss track. I'll remember to do that whenever I get the chance to get creative. Use some sort of royalty-free lo-fi R&B shit. I'll use some lo-fi R&B shit. Oh man, G-Man is such a piece of work. Oh my god, G-Man is such a piece of work. It's not even remotely justifiable. I want to see Von Helton act as G-Man's lawyer for when he takes Google to court.
But yeah, he can allow the behavior that Shannon wants for some reason. But when somebody gives you a house, to live in and whatnot.
Oh, yes, I remember that. What a fucking moron G-Man is. I have to believe that G-Man was passed through grade school. They had to pass him through grade school. So it's because he's special. Of course they're going to pass him. Right? What an asshole. Yeah, G-Man's an idiot. Hey, Rev. Can you say squirt? I can believe it. So he was passed through school. That explains why he's so fucking stupid.
But anyway, that's another story.
Of course, we all know that G-Man is basically Shanny's puppet. I'm not going to call him a slave. I would call G-Man a puppet. I call Rev a blow-up doll. I would call Rev a blow-up doll because There's nothing in his head but air.
So let's get on with this. Here's her proof. I want you to see her proof that I love it.
You're on for that, Corgi.
Okay, let me see if I can find. I'm going to try to scroll.
You watch this. I don't know.
This is going to be a lawn hangout, folks. Folks, this is going to be a lawn hangout. Abandoning me.
That's not true.
Now we know where Shanny leaves all her G's out.
If you look up like board writers novels, they have like this obsession with abandonment and whatnot. It's like one of the biggest things that they feel like they're abandoned all the time. It's just that's her mental illness talking right there.
That's always her mental illness talking, Corgi.
Try to find.
Right, Corgi? Felix, it's not a baby carrot. She's always...
It's really sad. I mean, her hair is always. I mean, the other day she should see her with a green one.
Oh my god. Good old Mo. Bro! Yeah. I guess you could say that when you are dealing with a bunch of people that are messing with you online and you have nothing else better to do rather than respond to them. When it comes to someone like Shanny who's been getting in fights with trolls on the internet, I guess you can say I want to believe that Shanny, I don't know, might have snapped and stopped, or maybe Shanny kind of stopped taking care of herself or stopped taking care of her appearances and she looks fucking haggard. She keeps getting fatter and fatter and fatter to the point where she's basically Gorefield.
Oh, and that part about wanting to see her mother dead, her
Yeah,
body corpse dead.
No, she wanted to see my dead, rotting corpse head on a platter, and I think something about putting something around
Surrounded by
it,
leaves,
dancing around it, or
dancing around.
something like that.
Virgin sacrifice.
But anyway, that's not the first time she's wished me dead. She's obsessed with saying that I'm gonna die. That
She said that just before she left. God's gonna kill me.
He was right there.
I was
She always said that.
He had just had his knees replaced. He was in a recliner a lot during that time while his knee was healing and whatnot. And he heard the whole thing. He heard the whole thing as it went down. But
that was just before I told her she couldn't stay there anymore. I told her she couldn't stay here anymore.
he had enough. Because I ended up going to the hospital that day because my blood pressure was through the roof.
Shanfield. Mafabro John. Shanfield. Oh, thank you, Corgi.
So
I'm sorry, John. Where's my lasagna, John? And she'll leave out the G in lasagna.
before they die.
She needs to get DoorDash lasagna with nutritional yeast. She'll have her lasagna with nutritional yeast. DoorDash lasagna.
And it's congenital, and all her children should get checked. If you haven't been checked, Shannon, you should.
I told her about that when she was here. I tried to explain everything to her. That all the son.
My fibro John. My fibro John.
Stetson University, and he's a great he's awesome. But she had him checked. She had my other son checked. She had herself checked. You know, the family pulled together and everybody got checked except Shannon. And she said, no, if I die, I'm just going to go to heaven because that's where I'm going to be happiest. And that's so sad. That's really, really sad, especially
What about her kids?
that's what I was just going to say.
At least when Shanny goes to heaven, she'll have her heavenly body. Right, Corgi? She'll have her heavenly body when she goes to heaven. I mean, honestly, what kind of mindset is that? Heavenly body, really? What is your heavenly body? What is her heavenly body going to be? I gotta have a good meal, John. By the way, Corgi, what do you suppose Shanny's heavenly body should be? Let me know what it should be in the chat.
It's really sad to hear a mom lose kids. But the last thing that she said to me is that God was going to kill me for what I was doing to her.
God will avenge her because she's sending her daddy God to strike her enemies down.
Everything I do, she makes me.
A lasagna body. Created with care. Let's hope that lasagna body is created with care with the flavors.
I'm trying to find where she holds up a Facebook page where it says, I got the job on October 20th. Why don't you tell? That's the only other.
That's it, Corgi. I'm going to coin that term that Shanny's heavenly body is going to be lasagna body.
How many
Remember,
she laid up in the bedroom day after day drinking alcohol.
remember Corgi in the Cecil McFly's video where Shanny's like where she mentioned that Shanny wished she was a cat, right? Corgi, remember that, Corgi? Where Shanny said she wished she was a cat.
Well, I'll let you tell which time. This last time.
Just like a lasagna.
She stayed with every one of her family members. Her father 7 times, me 7 times. We had been separated.
Maybe she can become, maybe she should wish, maybe her, no, that's going to be her heavenly body, is that she becomes Garfield.
And one of the reasons that we broke up.
Shanny's heavenly, I'm going to call it, Shanny's heavenly body is going to be a fat cat who likes lasagna.
No, I'm saying
What happened with Pat after she left there has nothing to do with this.
she came to live with
Layers.
down in Florida.
And I think she says that he hit on her, and I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Corgi. I know. I know. That ain't right to be having Garfield at that. But Shanny wishes she was a cat, so maybe that should be her heavenly body, is in the form of a cat, a giant fat cat.
I think he's personally he's an asshole. She's absolutely Shannon's absolutely right about Pat being an asshole. She's absolutely right about the other guy in Houston being an asshole.
We
He beat the hell out of her.
we were able to reconcile.
Very dangerous.
We were able to reconcile our marriage. To be honest with you, after Shannon was gone on her own, because
We love each other.
we do, we truly do, and we
And we
actually
always did love
and
each
we
other.
actually stayed best friends while we were divorced during that time period. I mean, I could always.
I need my DoorDash, John. I need you to buy me DoorDash, John.
That was the most important thing to both of us as kids.
And you know
And
something?
they weren't little kids when this happened.
If the link in this doesn't appear in the stream, you can just
Found the wrong guy.
copy it in the URL.
My husband passed
If anyone wants,
him to find another guy.
if you want to come in the stream, if the link doesn't appear,
I am
you can
now
just copy and paste it in the URL,
going
and it'll take you to the stream.
to take care of me. I have my best friend, and you know, she will spin the story completely different, you know, about it.
I can't wait to have my best friend alongside me.
We're each other's best friend. Anyway, she posted in this video that on October 20th that she got the job, which is proof that she got the job.
I got mods for G, man. I got mods for G, man.
She got
And you can't do anything about it. Nyeh, nyeh, nyeh. Nyeh, nyeh, nyeh. I love cheese people. Badum.
somewhere in there. She was
Remember, I love cheese. Badum. All right, Corgi?
she couldn't get that job
She
back.
couldn't get the job back. They didn't want to hire her back.
Why? Because she.
She worked for some kind of as a nurse's aide or something.
I remember that.
Yeah, she had
Mental health thing.
her extensive medical background. She had a 2-week training with these people and stuff, Joe.
Oh,
And then it makes me look like an
Right.
idiot when
I mean,
she.
she was just taking care of some people that just had no babies.
Well, she is an adult baby herself.
Yeah, I saw that.
She never, ever.
She wasn't a military brat. She wasn't a military brat. Her father.
I was
Yeah, that's true. Shanny is not a kickboxer. She can't even lift her fucking legs. I mean, Corgi, remember the arrest video? Remember what she. Oh my god. I got mods for John. Now it's just going to be us making Garfield, I'm sorry, John jokes in this chat, in the stream while watching. I need my DoorDash, John. I need you to help me off the toilet, John. John, I need you to help me off the toilet. I'm filming in progress, John. Filming in progress, John.
out of the military when she was born.
Yeah, and there was one job that he had at Tyndall Air Force Base in Florida,
But that's civil
and
service.
she went to live with him. Now tell him how that turned out.
Well, that turned out good. I found her in bed with a 15-year-old. She was an 18-year-old.
Oh, shit.
15-year-old boy out of my house.
Oh, damn. Caught red-handed, Shanny. But then again, Shanny has no self-awareness. Ooh, caught red-handed, Shanny. Why don't you take a seat over there? I know the boy's 15 years old, but still illegal.
There's a lot of history on it.
There's stuff on it.
Histrionics.
It's,
Oh, I want to show you something.
it's just
Look at this. Look at this. Someone came on with a soccer count. And it says St. Louis County Social Services. We live in St. Louis County in northern Minnesota. It says St.
I need you to help me off the toilet, John.
all your videos for the sake and safety of your children.
okay. All my children are adults.
No, her children.
Her children,
Yeah.
they're not in.
Let's clear something up. Because BJ, you're in the video
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
when
Hiding toilet paper behind the toilet.
oh, we haven't even gotten to that. I didn't even tell you about that.
Oh, I remember that shit.
It's ugly, but
Filming in progress, John.
I brought her up there a couple of times to run things like that. Other times I let her use my truck.
Yeah, she used his truck every day while she was here. We bought her clothes. We bought the boys' clothes while she was here. She was not using the street whatsoever. Bought her makeup, got her hair done.
We saw that.
Video that she
Let
had.
her dye her hair. Let her dye her hair.
Oh yeah, I remember that shit.
That's when it started getting crazy.
Oh yeah, I remember the video where she was in G-Man's chat. She was in G-Man's stream and she had that top with the window with the cleavage window out, and she's all dressed up like a hooker. Where Shanny's all dressed up like a hooker in G-Man's stream. That's like Drag said it best. It's based that's thirst trapping Shanny. Yeah, I mean, back then, Shanny did clean up nice. She did take pride in her looks, her appearance. Then she kind of snapped and stopped looking good and had those fucking ugly boils on her face. Those growth, that growth on her forehead that she claims to be the mark of God.
You bought the dye. I bought it. I know I did.
Yeah, it started getting crazy after that. That was during the time when things started really going downhill for some reason when she started dyeing her hair.
The thing is she didn't want to help out with any kind of household responsibility.
No household responsibility. I think she emptied the dishwasher once. She doesn't clean up after her boys. She left the house constantly and me alone with the boys without asking me whatsoever.
She did the same thing to me.
She also brought a homeless man to their house.
Tell him what he was in college at the
He
time.
was in college. He had to take off college courses. And it helped contribute to it.
Oh, she did look different back then, Corgi.
And he also wanted to leave the house because
She doesn't look like a giant
She used to go and party all the time. Back then, she was with women.
pound of flesh. She doesn't look like a giant, massive human flesh.
She drove the women that she was with crazy too with her antics that was going on.
one of them put a restraining. I don't remember her name, but she had dark hair and she was
So that's actually
some kind of an oriental.
two people who have restraining order on her. We've never filed a restraining.
And that's an interesting thing. She looks like a pound cake, John. Oh my god. Oh, and that is, as what I was saying is that's something that is always brought up, is that Shanny would go on multiple platforms to sexually harass people. I mean, she was sexually harassing Missy Ann in one of the live streams she did. Hell, she even sexually harassed Dragnot on her OnlyFans page, and she has the utter gall to accuse people of sexually harassing her. Really, Shanny? That's basically the pot calling the kettle black. Am I right, Corgi?
Shannon, not called social services. Joe and I, we tried to deal with things because we did have grandchildren. We tried to give them whatever we could. They stayed in the master bedroom.
We saw that. We heard.
Joe slept on a small bed that in the extra room that we have.
She slept on the couch.
I slept on the couch the whole time for months.
We're talking Christmas.
And that whole time
That's half a year.
the whole time that she wasn't working, what was she doing?
Smoking pot, getting high, drunk, and making videos like this crazy.
With Jason, everything. Oh, Jason doesn't want me. He said mean things to me.
I want my Adam and I want my David.
She said that.
I remember that shit. I remember the dude, Corgi. I last Monday I did a video. I did a live stream. I did the third installment of my Hambeast Chronicles video last Monday, which nobody watched. And it was the one where it was me doing the video on the video on on one of the Fundy Archives videos of Shanny where she's crying in her parents' backyard after Chris Chris left her. Well, actually, the reason why she made that video was because Jason wasn't fully her boyfriend at the time, according to Betty. I didn't really realize this until I finished watching the video that when she was referring to Jason as Mr. J, you know, like the Joker's, that's the Joker nickname that Harley Quinn gave him. Because we all remember that Shanny claims that she invented Harley Quinn remember when Shanny said she invented Harley Quinn, Corgi? To me, that kind of offends me.
She said that Chris raped her. He denies it. To be honest with you, I'm not so sure I believe that would happen because she took 4 months before she went to rape crisis. 4 months. And a lot of women don't report rape. I understand that. I completely understand that.
And speaking of that, G-Man went on a tirade saying that the Geek Room gang raped him. Right, Corgi?
But she didn't even take
You're my only friend here, Corgi.
If she didn't have one, thank God. This time, she's had the one. He knows that because he was dealing with that at that time.
I had to take her to these places sometimes.
It's been a hell of a life with her. It really, truly has. And now she is always
Exactly. Paul Dini and Bruce Timm created Harley Quinn.
She mentions it in all her videos. And I think it has to do with this guy. I don't know if you know him, David Weiser, because he's always like, "Oh, my mother, I'm glad she's dead."
Yeah, David Weiser. David Weiser is the guy who claims he worked for the FBI. And he's been in some of Drags' streams, right?
He kind of thinks it up. And she's always, but
You know, the simplest thing for her, for Shannon, is just to move on. Forget all this shit that she thinks happened in the past because it didn't happen that way. This I know. I would swear to God in front of St. Peter and anybody else that you want to put up in heaven.
By the way, Corgi, the video I was. By the way, Corgi, the video I was talking about, the video I reacted to from the Fundy Archives was was Shanny's video, the one where she's crying in her parents' backyard about Chris and Jason and how she wants her Adam and she needs her Adam and she needs her David. Remember that video? Where she's like saying, I tried to drink myself in a stupor. That didn't work. I tried to get stoned. The only thing I hadn't done was get laid, and I doubt that will happen. I need my Adam. I need my David. Remember that? It's on the Funny Archives, Corgi. Just look for I Am a Wreck. The Shanny video, where she's like, you said that before. But you see, Shanny wants to be loved. She wants to be cherished. That's why she's having hissy fits and having nervous breakdowns, is because she wants to be loved. She wants to be cherished. She doesn't want this negative drama going on in her life. She wants to be cherished, right, Corgi? She wants everybody to love her, everybody to respect her. No, everybody to pity her and cherish her and bottle feed her and change her adult diapers.
But it didn't happen the way you're saying.
And it's really sad because
Just all I want you to do is have a good life.
that's all we
That's
ever
it.
did.
You don't have to talk to us, but don't talk about us and say lies like
She doesn't talk about you. It's always me. It's
well,
always me. And
She doesn't talk about me. It's always drag.
I can't drive because after my heart surgery,
it affected her
I
eyes.
had fluid changes, and I ended up bursting blood vessel in my eye, and I could not see at all. I only saw brown out of my right eye. I had to turn my driver's license in to pass the vision test, and so I'm still where I am. What they did was they voided my driver's license. So now I actually, because it's been so long, it's been since last year at this time, because I had to get that taken care of before Joey got married, so I could give identification to Homeland Security because they got married on a cruise ship last year. My youngest son, my
And this is
oldest son.
talking about me.
Yeah. But anyway,
And I know what happened in May of last year.
William doesn't lie. When he peed on the floor upstairs, what did he say, Joe?
Zachary did it.
Zachary did it. He didn't do it. And she said, William doesn't lie. But what did she do to William?
Corgi, remember what happened last year in May?
She flipped him over his knee and started spanking him. He's 9 years old. She started spanking him. Okay?
And this was before she started getting slappy with Rev, Corgi. This is before Shanny got slappy with Rev and started hitting him with the fetish whip. Remember that? I just fucking... And speaking of that, that's going to be my next video for the Hambeast Chronicles is the arrest video. I wonder if she hits Zachary with the fetish whip too. Now. Okay, that's not right. That's not right. That's not right to say. I know. I don't want this. You didn't know about Shanny's arrest until this year? You didn't know that Shanny got arrested last year over a domestic abuse charge? Oh, you knew that. You knew that Shanny got arrested for a domestic abuse charge, right? Right, Corgi? Or are you still new to, or were you new to, when were you introduced to Shanny? So you didn't know about the arrest video? Oh, we're gonna have a good time. Oh, don't worry. Oh, mid-March. Oh, that's the same thing with me. I learned about Shanny for Christ from Cecil McFly.
He knows that voice of mine. And I said, Shannon's back. He's like, what? Yeah, Shannon's back. Chris left her. She doesn't know who the boys are. He came home immediately. I mean, immediately for work. He left work, came home.
But we
took her right away over to the house that she was.
I'm sorry, I just can't get that image of Shanny hitting Rev with the fetish whip. I know, I remember. Oh, you're gonna. Oh, wait until you see wait until you see me do the rumor research video in my next installment of the Hambeast Chronicles. corgi.
So the big thing that she's saying in here
And don't worry, I'm not gonna
was
do it. I'm not gonna spend 6 hours watching it.
the day that he asked Shannon to leave. The day that I went to the hospital.
I'm just gonna.
It's Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
I had the day off.
Yeah, but he took a lot of time off during the time she was here too because of her. A lot of time off. But which didn't help when back to the hospital because it's a 4-hour drive to the clinic, and I was being treated at Mayo Clinic because there's only 10 hospitals in the country that deal with congenital heart condition that I have. And they told me that I should not have any stress in my life. I started putting that away.
I just want to Baja Blast, John.
Try not to get myself worked up, which is why I don't really want to sit here and love her. I just want this to be a moment where maybe I can make somebody understand more that you feed into her and she sees her. And I'm guilty of it too. I'm guilty of it too. But I come to the realization that
It's only gonna make her worse.
all we're doing is feeding into her and giving her an excuse to, make these negative videos and get her negative attention from people and everything else.
These negative videos aren't working. I'm not watching it. I don't care what you say. Don't say anything. Just get a frigging life and enjoy it. That's all you have to do. Enjoy your children. If you want to enjoy your family,
That's
you're making some amends and stop trying to make everybody feel so bad.
Joe.
Because your sisters don't want to talk. Your sister doesn't want to talk about it. Your brother doesn't want to talk about it. And Michael certainly is devastated by the things you've said about him.
Yes, her mother is gay, and she now all of a sudden. Oh, by the way, she's pro-gay now. All of a
He was
sudden,
the nicest person in the world, and she owes him an apology.
it was horrible. And the things that she said about him and behind his back. It's been a nightmare. He's never hurt anybody in his life. Honestly, he's a really great guy. He's taking care of her children.
He's the nicest guy in the world.
He is. He's my youngest son. He's a really. I'm really proud of the person that he is. And I don't care what the Christians say about him. They don't understand who he is as a human being. And
Jesus wouldn't say it.
no, I don't believe that Jesus would. Not at all. I mean, he loved everybody unconditionally. Unconditionally. Part of that doesn't anybody get. That's what I don't. That's what screws it up for me. In Christianity, they want to tell everybody else how they're supposed to live while they're living how they want to.
The first part of the Bible, the Old Testament is in the Torah. It's also in the book that the Arabs find. The Torah, what is the other?
The Koran.
The Koran. And it's the ones I'd like to follow are the words of Jesus. And that's how I think we should all live, because if we did, we'd be living in a much better world and happier for each other. It's a world of love. Jesus wanted a world of love.
His ideas is basically what he's saying. Jesus' ideas. His idea of love and
And I'll tell you something, if you believe in God, you believe in Jesus, you should believe in Jesus as well.
And that's a good thing to end off on. The fact that I get Slappy John. Damn it. You work tomorrow, Mom? Don't make me crack this whip on you, John.
Where's my lasagna, John?
Shanny and Rev are stupid. Crack that whip, John.
Things do evolve because the sun evolved from the father.
And I evolved from Godzilla.
She fits her narrative into
What she can quote out,
at the
what she
time.
can quote out of her mind.
At the time,
Look at the whole picture, sweetie. That's what you need to do.
I want her to stop saying that I'm gonna die.
And we all know that Shanny likes to quote the Bible. Actually, no, we all know that Rev likes to quote the book of Revelation. Right? Hence the name Revelation News. Baby carrot. I have a baby carrot. Folks, it's not a baby carrot. It's got floppage. Hannibal, what the fuck were you thinking about? I mean, not Hannibal. Monty, what the fuck were you thinking?
So much more healthier now than I've been in the last couple of years. I mean, you can see even by my old video. I mean, I was pretty stressed out when I made that video that Thick Shades mirrored. I'm glad that he did it. Actually, I have to give Thick Shades a lot of thank yous because I trusted him. And she was saying that I lost my nursing license because of drug abuse, which is further from the truth. I've always not, never would that. No, I was screaming the other day. had lost my license for drug use. So I said, "Big Shades, do me a favor. I'm going to give you some information that I would never give to anybody else." I told him how to get into the North Carolina State Board of Nursing. They have compact license, which is legal in several different states. I could probably work in Texas under my North Carolina license if I wanted to, because of the compact license system.
If she could work in Texas. Betty, if you ever go to Texas, let Dragdot buy you a pizza party.
Anywhere that you have any discipline problems, it will show up in all 50 states. It's nationwide. They don't let that get away with. So I told him to look it up, and he proved it. It's in the video that he made. His uncle's house. No, it doesn't say anything like that. It's called disciplinary action. I have a nine. Yeah, but it's not under. It's not a separate category. That's what I'm saying. Everything falls under disciplinary action. That is a disciplinary action.
Am I getting arrested?
Nothing bad. She's done nothing wrong.
And it said
She's the best nurse I've ever seen. I trust her with my
thanks, Joe. I'll learn a little bit along the way.
I'll tell you something. Another thing she's done is she's seen some of the medicines and some of these doctors are trying to give. She says, no, you can't take that. That'll react with this, or you're going to have a really bad reaction. You can't do this medicine. So talk to your doctor. And he says, oh my God, I would have given this to you. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That's the truth.
one thing about living up here, we're about 2 hours away from the Twin Cities. We're really isolated. We're really landlocked because we're kind of surrounded by a huge lake, Lake Superior. And the medical care up here, I can't say it.
Just like lasagna, it shall be created with care. All right. Good night, Corgi.
of the current hospital that we're at. The previous
Good night, Corgi.
hospital, we made a lot of mistakes along the way, and it prolonged not only prolonged both of our sicknesses and what we've been going through town, but which gets back to Shannon now, where she's staying.
I'm gonna end the stream right here.
Her money every week, and Jeannie had started a
Should go out.
GoFundMe account. There was a girl from the Christian community that gave her $1,000. She threw it before the week was over on makeup, on booze, on clothes, on pot, and she went out and bought the kids.
On toys. DoorDash.
Make dinner for them or anything like that. It's not like I might force her to make dinner. I mean, William wouldn't eat anything. He'd be like this. It's just easier, I guess. They were the kids. This is how much they were driving us crazy. They were throwing our silverware away, our bowls away, our cups and glasses, and then a lot of the bowls and plates and everything else was underneath Shannon's bed.
And if they didn't like something and they were sitting in the dining room next
Oh,
to
for
it,
the pasta noodles, that is the rest of the pizza.
especially William, I'm saying
Really
that.
poor
I'll do that.
issues. I mean, if they didn't like it, then that. Just like it was just fine, just like peeing on the floor.
And I'm gonna end it off here. Well, I'm gonna put this in data. I'm gonna delete. All right. That just about does it for tonight's stream. I hope you guys, if anyone sees us, I hope you like it. And if anyone sees the pre-recording of the stream, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the bell notifications for when I upload a video. That way, because I've got some streams scheduled. And if you want to support me, check out my StreamYard, the Streamlabs, and also check out my PayPal. I'm thinking about doing a Teespring once I talk with my uncle to see if he knows any shirt companies that could implement my designs. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. Peace and Maranatha, folks. Folks, it's not a baby carrot.